Hello everyone. Today we will consider topic capacitor. Sometimes at your home when fan is not working, then you are suggested to change its capacitor or condenser. We will talk about same capacitor or condenser today. Before starting topic, I want to show for which part we are talking about or what we are going to consider actually. See here, this is capacitor. Capacitor is mentioned here. Capacitor. This is also capacitor. This is also capacitor. This one. This is capacitor. And if very small, you can see here this very small part. This one. This is also capacitor. And if you will see this large one, this is also capacitor. So today we will consider about these capacitors which are of great use in our day-to-day life. See, all of you know that a conductor can be charged. Either this charge can be given to conductor by friction or by conduction or by induction. So we will make use of that part in this capacitor. For simple capacitor, if you will cut this capacitor, these can be in the shape of a sphere, this can be in the shape of a cylinder. Right now it is in the shape of a cylinder. It can be in the shape of parallel plate capacitors also we are going to have. If you will cut it, then you will be able to get two metallic layers which are separated by some insulating material. So we will see the base first today. So capacitor, in capacitor if you will open, you will get two pieces of conducting material separated by insulating material such as air or some other insulator we will have. So for simplicity, I have considered this is one aluminium foil metal, this is another aluminium foil, and if in diagram we will see, then this is aluminium foil, this is aluminium foil, and this is cell, and here I am using battery. So this whole circuit I have represented like this. Aluminium foil, in between these foils air gap is there, and this is battery. Now what will happen? When connections will be done, then if I will consider this is a positive terminal, this is going to be positive and this is going to be negative. Here in the figure it is opposite, this is going to be negative. This B plate is connected with positive terminal, A is connected with the negative terminal. So what will happen? This positive, this is a metal, so it will have large number of free electrons. So electrons will start attracting towards this negative positive terminal and they will move towards this plate A. And so loss of electron will be there. So as many electron loss will be there from B, same number of electrons will be gained by this plate A. And when one electron will be going away from B, then it will gain positive charge because first it is neutral, and loss of electron, it means now there will be no balancing between positive and negative charge. Positive charge will be more, negative charge will be less. So if one electron is going to be away, then same amount of positive charge will be there on plate B. So we are repeating the steps. Electrons will be attracted towards the positive terminal and they will go towards plate A. Loss of one electron in B will cause positive charge on B because now net negative charge is less than net positive charge. Gain of electron on A will give negative charge and loss of electron by B will give positive charge. Now for how long these electrons will move from plate B to plate A, and how much negative charge will be developed on A and how much positive charge will be developed on B, these are the questions. For how long this process, this flow of electron from B to A will continue? To give answer of this question, let us consider at any instant B has this charge. Let us consider this is 3 coulomb of charge. So this is 3 positive and this side we are going to have 3 negative. At any instant, charge on plate B and charge on plate A will be equal in magnitude, but it will be opposite in polarity. If we are going to have this type of shape difference, then also amount of charge present on this will be equal to amount of charge present on this. Now, if one more electron is trying to move from B side to A side, so it may be possible that at that instant that this electron is attracted by this positive terminal. B is also positively charged, so it will also attract the electron by the same force towards it. So electron before leaving B will experience same force from B and same force from positive terminal of battery. So it is not in a condition to leave the surface, it will remain there. It means after that no further movement of electron is going to take place from B to A. Charge on B will be equal in magnitude to charge present on A, but further addition on charge on B or on charge of A is not there. If you will remove battery, then also charge on B and A will remain the same. Because in absence of battery, there will be air gap. If electron will experience a force towards positive charge, then also they will not be able to shift from this side to this side, because in between two plates there is no conducting path. While considering this, always we have considered gap between A and B. If there will be no gap between A and B, then what will happen? If gap will not be there, electron will move from this side, then coming back again, so circuit will be completed. So in this case, we will not be able to get two plates with equal and opposite charges. Means equal and opposite charges will not be at a separation with respect to each other. So our purpose for which we are going to consider this, that will not be fulfilled. This type of arrangement where we are going to have two metallic sheets, this paper I have considered like a insulating medium between these two metallic sheets. So this type of arrangement where two metallic sheets are separated by some insulating material, that is known as capacitor, because now it has capacity to hold the charge, to store the energy. That's why it is known as capacitor. So different capacitors can store different amount of charge if they are connected with the same source or same battery. It will depend on various factors. But we are going to consider total charge present on capacitor is going to be 0. And when we will define capacitance, then capacitance can be defined as measure of the ability of capacitor to hold the charge. And we have done previously that charge present on a body is directly proportional to potential, or potential is directly proportional to charge. So if we will remove from here proportionality constant, equality sign, then constant of proportionality will be there. So this C is representing here capacitance. This C will be equal to charge divided by V, potential. What is this Q? Q is not total charge present on capacitor. Q is magnitude of charge that is present on one plate of capacitor or one side of capacitor. Magnitude we have to consider. And what is V representing? V is representing the potential difference between two plates. This plate is at higher potential because this is positively charged, and this plate is at lower potential because this is negatively charged. So in between these two plates, there will be potential difference. So capacitance will be equal to magnitude of charge present on plate of capacitor divided by potential difference between two metal pieces or metal surfaces. If we are going to consider another definition of capacitance, then capacitance of a conductor may be defined as amount of charge needed to raise its potential by unit amount. If I will consider potential is unity, then capacitance will be equal to charge, means amount of charge needed to raise its potential by unity. From here, between C and charge, capacitance and charge, it seems that there is a direct relation. If charge is going to be more, then capacitance is going to be more. But it is not like this. Capacitance of a conductor is not going to depend on charge. It is going to depend on geometrical configuration and nature of material that you have kept between the two plates, because if you will increase the value of charge here, then potential will also increase because they are directly related. So this factor will remain the same. So capacitance is independent of charge, it is independent of potential. On which factors will it depend? It will depend upon the shape, size and separation between the two plates, and it will depend upon the nature of insulator that you have kept. What is unit of capacitance? Unit of capacitance is farad. That is given in the honor of great physicist Michael Faraday. So 1 farad will be equal to 1 coulomb upon 1 volt. So capacitance is said to be 1 farad if addition of a charge of 1 coulomb increases its potential by 1 volt. 1 farad is a very big unit of capacitance. So smaller units will be 1 millifarad, 1 microfarad, 1 picofarad. If you will see it very carefully, then in this case or this, see 45 microfarad is mentioned here. So farad is a very big unit. So we are going to have microfarad, millifarad, picofarad, like this notation on the capacitors that we are using. And how to represent it? Representation of a capacitor will be by two parallel lines. And if its value is fixed, then this representation we are going to have. And if you can vary this, then for variable capacitance, this sort of symbol you have to use.